Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is the Wonderful Thing About Disney podcast.
Because Disney's a wonderful thing. Come on down, stop on by, hop a carpet, and fly with us as we discuss the parks, treats, and all things Disney, with new episodes every wonderful Wednesday.
And a happy, wonderful Wednesday to all of our dingle hoppers out there. Welcome back to another fantastic episode.
I guess we're calling them dingle hoppers now against
Yes!
everything that I
Yes.
I've protested, and I guess it's kind of sticking. So
You just gotta give the people what they want.
Okay.
Across the multiverse, all the Magic Kingdoms, this is what the people have always wanted. And we're just making their dreams come true.
Sure.
But speaking of Magic Kingdoms, there's one Magic Kingdom in particular that I think we want to talk about today.
Yeah, because yesterday, Magic Kingdom celebrated its anniversary.
What?
I know, crazy, right?
It is crazy.
It feels like just yesterday was the 50th.
That's what I thought. And now here we are, 50, however many years later.
I don't even know what we're at now.
Right. But it is, and a happy birthday, happy anniversary to Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World.
Yeah. So for this episode, we're going to kind of go over some Magic Kingdom facts, go over, the park overlay for those who have never been, and then kind of talk about our ideal day, like what we do when we visit Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we've done this for Hollywood Studios. Now it's Magic Kingdom's turn. And I thought this was really fun. I'm excited to get into how we kind of attack the day and what we found to be best practices. But let's start out with some Magic Kingdom facts.
Magic Kingdom facts, yeah. So Magic Kingdom opened on October 1st, 1971.
Yeah.
And actually, Roy Disney gave the dedication. And he said, Walt Disney World is a tribute to the philosophy and life of Walter Elias Disney, and to the talents, the dedication, and the loyalty of the entire Disney organization that made Walt Disney's dream come true. May Walt Disney World bring joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who come to this happy place. A Magic Kingdom where the young at heart of all ages can laugh and play and learn together.
I love that. That's
love it.
So beautiful.
It's awesome.
But no, this is kind of a very sobering moment about Walt Disney World, is that, Walt started the construction and getting this project going, but he didn't get to see it.
Yeah, he didn't.
He passed before it finished. So.
So Walt Disney was highly involved in the planning process, but he died in 1966 before the park was finished. And at that point, that's when Roy Disney took over.
Yeah, awesome. Well, on opening day, it opened with how many attractions?
From what I can tell, 20.
Yeah.
But don't quote us on that.
Well, and most of these were, I don't know if you call them like replicas or duplications from Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like Jungle Cruise and It's a Small World.
Yeah. Yep.
6 different lands, 5 of which were taken from Disneyland. So you've got your Main Street, your Fantasyland, Adventureland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, and then a brand new land that they called Liberty Square instead of New Orleans Square.
Yeah.
Which was kind of fun. A new take, and especially being on that side of the country where the country was founded, it fit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it did.
And then the Polynesian and Contemporary hotels or resort hotels had their grand openings as well that day, which I didn't even really realize until we started prepping for this episode.
Well, and it's crazy to think about all the different resorts that Walt Disney World has, and only 2 of them were open.
Isn't that nuts?
It's crazy to think about.
But also thinking like the Polynesian is no small resort hotel, and I mean, yes, they've made updates to it. They're even currently making a big update to it, but I mean, for opening when it did, very impressive. And equally as impressive was the Contemporary.
Oh yeah,
which is just a wild, groundbreaking new design, and yet there it was on opening day.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's crazy. So this fun fact I absolutely loved because I did not know this. So on opening day, the park was actually called Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
It wasn't until 1994 that they changed the name to the Magic Kingdom.
And that's quite a run, too. That's quite a while.
That's what I was thinking, too. Yeah.
Very cool.
And then alcoholic beverages were not allowed in the parks until 2012 when Be Our Guest opened. And I was like, that's a super long run as well.
But yeah, I mean, like, kind of a later edition, and you can see how, you know, places like Epcot, for example, where, you know, drinking around the world and some of those other restaurant experiences, like, that's a major part of their offerings. But yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Crazy.
On average, the park hosts 17 million visitors a year. That is the most visited theme park in North America. And it's not really that close. 17 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. Although some days I feel like there's that many people in the park at one time.
It can get busy. And we'll kind of get into that as well. Yeah. Because for me, having grown up on like the West Coast Disneyland side of things, that was like the biggest thing that blew my mind going to Disney World for the first time. And I don't think it was really that busy when we went the first time.
No, I don't think so.
But I'm like, why are these queues so massively long? It's such a waste of space.
Yeah.
Until we went during a busier season. And I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, totally. And then every year on Mickey's birthday, which is November 18th, you can see a hidden Mickey in the queue for Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid.
Okay, can we talk about that for a minute? Because that might be my most favorite Imagineers magic touch, like, ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, we need to get into this really quickly because, like, it's insane.
It's absolutely insane. And to only have it appear on that one day, like, the logistics that had to go into that, like, I can't even wrap my brain around how they did that.
Well, and tell everybody again, like, what it is. It's not that there's some, like, structure or caricature built. Like, it actually has to do with the sun, right?
Yes, correct. And it casts like a shadow onto the wall of the queue. And then there are people who go in that queue that day, not to ride the ride, just to see that. And I've seen videos of previous years where the cast members, like, they sing happy birthday as, you know, the shadow appears.
So and cool.
It's a bucket list item for me. I want to do that one year.
Someday we need to be there for it. And, like, if that wasn't enough, and if you can't go on that one day a year, you've also got that crazy Steamboat Willie hidden Mickey as you come out of The Little Mermaid. Like, it's just right there.
That is probably my favorite hidden Mickey.
Amazing.
Yeah. I think we need to do a whole episode on, like, Disney facts, just things that we've found while making this podcast that we're like, had no idea.
I know, and one of our listeners actually, like, wrote in about that, like, saying it would be really fun to do that. So we got to put it on our list. We need to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So getting into the park, right as you walk in, it's going to feel very familiar to what the original Disneyland was. You've got, you know, kind of that greenery and the flowers with Mickey up front. You've got the railroad station, and then you have two different sides that you can enter in, and you're right there on Main Street, USA.
Yes. Yep.
So those attractions up front, like we mentioned, you have the railroad station, and of course the Main Street vehicles, which are a classic.
Absolutely.
And I remember one of the last times that we were at the park, we heard someone saying, you know, like, what do these rides do? Like, these cars, I see people on them. Like, do you have to have a reservation? No. You can just hop on. And it's just a fun, short little ride from the front gate to the castle and back if you want to do it.
But it's so cute.
It's so cute. Really fun. As far as dining goes, you've got Tony's Town Square Restaurant, Main Street Confectionery, Main Street Bakery, Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, the Plaza Restaurant, Casey's Corner, Crystal Palace. There's a lot of restaurants just right there on Main Street.
Which, like, I knew, but until we made this list, I was like, oh yeah, no, there really are a lot of places to eat right there on Main Street.
There are, right off the bat. And then if that wasn't enough, you've also got the entertainment. So, you know, Happily Ever After viewing area for the projections.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Just in case that you have seen it on the castle enough times, you can watch it from Main Street.
Yeah.
And it is a very, very fun experience as well.
Yep.
You've got the Festival of Fantasy Parade viewing area, so you'll see people line up for that quite often during the day. And then Casey's Corner Pianist, which we happened to be sitting somewhere just kind of taking a break, and then all of a sudden someone sat down at the piano.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It's awesome.
I loved that. And then again, some of the classics, the Dapper Dans, are there.
Yep.
And then you also get to have the flag retreat ceremony, which if you haven't done, is really kind of a fun thing that they do every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if you want to meet characters, this is a great place to do it. You've got Mickey at Town Square Theater. So if you're coming in and you want to have a chance to meet Mickey, you can do that right at the front of the park, which makes it really convenient, honestly. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the shopping.
Yeah, and then you have the Emporium, which you absolutely have to go shopping there. You absolutely have to do it. But moving on from Main Street USA, the next land kind of going forward in the park is Adventureland.
And that's one of my favorites. Like, I love Adventureland.
Yeah, it's one of your favorites for sure.
There's a lot of attractions back in there. Like, you've got the Swiss Family Treehouse, Jungle Cruise, which is obviously a favorite, the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, which is something that Disneyland does not offer.
That's true, yeah.
You know, the Enchanted Tiki Room, and then Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, of course, yep, Pirates. And you also have some pretty good dining back there, too. You've got the Spring Roll Snack Cart, so gotta try the spring rolls. You have Sunshine Tree Terrace, Skipper Canteen, and Aloha Isle.
Yeah, so there are some really, really great options as far as not just snacks, but dining that's in there as well.
Yeah, for sure. And then moving on from Adventureland, you kind of venture into Frontierland. And the attractions in Frontierland are one of my favorites, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. You have the railroad station there. You have Tom Sawyer Island. You also have newly opened Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Country Bear Jamboree.
In all its glorious nonsense and shenanigans, the Country Bear Jamboree.
Dining in Frontierland, you have the Westward Ho, Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, and the Golden Oak Outpost. You also have shopping there, and then you have some roaming characters over by Country Bear Jamboree.
And they're actually out quite often during the day. I feel like we see them a lot, which is cool.
We do.
So let's jump over to Liberty Square, which again is the unique land to Disney World. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of attractions there. We've got the Haunted Mansion, of course. And then we've got Liberty Square Riverboat for as long as it lasts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So with this new reimagining of that land that's been announced at D23 this past year, I mean, it sounds like the rivers of America are going away, which then would say goodbye to the riverboat.
Correct, yeah. So more to come on that.
Yeah. As far as entertainment, if you can call it this.
Yeah, seriously.
You've got the Hall of Presidents, which we don't want to knock on the Hall of Presidents. Like, it's actually pretty cool that every new president, they add them to this show.
Yeah,
so,
it is
I
really
mean,
cool.
like, it's impressive. It's just, we don't really go there, Simba.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
No one goes there, Simba. Yeah.
As far as dining, though, there are a lot of options here for dining. So Columbia Harbor House, Liberty Square Market, Liberty Tree Tavern, the Diamond Horseshoe, and Sleepy Hollow. And we just tried out Liberty Tree Tavern the last time we were there.
We did. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. And then for shopping, you've got a really, really cool shop, especially for you Haunted Mansion fans out there in Memento Mori.
Yep.
It's not just a shop either. Like, there's actually some things to experience there. So check out on Instagram. We've posted a couple videos about that.
Yep.
And then Ye Olde Christmas Shop,
which I personally love. I could spend so much money in that shop.
And we have. Yeah. And it's awesome. And it's year round.
It is.
Which is really fun.
Yep, absolutely. So moving on from Liberty Square, you have Fantasyland. And Fantasyland, there's a lot going on. So it has a lot of attractions. It's a Small World, Peter Pan's Flight, Prince Charming Regal Carousel, many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Love Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Classic. Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, you've got Dumbo, the Barnstormer, you have another railroad station, and the Mad Tea Party. Yeah. So there is a lot going on in that little tiny area.
Well, and I would say, not that I'm disagreeing with you, but it's not exactly a little tiny area because this is a lot more spread out than the Fantasyland and Disneyland.
That's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Entertainment, you have Mickey's PhilharMagic, Enchanted Tales with Belle, which we actually just did as well. And then you have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is always amazing for...
Can we talk about Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique for a minute? Because, like, the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is always great. Don't get us wrong. But the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Disney World is next level.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, you get to go into the dress shop or, outfit your prince or princess.
Yep.
They have just an incredible experience there. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
Explore it at your own risk, because there's a lot of magic that is involved with that. After you pick your dress or outfit for your prince, then they have the kids sit down at a bench and you're just kind of waiting. And then someone comes over from the castle, summons you and escorts you over into the freaking castle.
Yeah. You have to, like, if you have a little girl or a little boy, it is 100% worth the splurge. Like, totally
it is so
magical.
Cool.
Totally magical.
So cool.
The dining that you have in Fantasyland, you have Cinderella's Royal Table, Pinocchio Village House, Friar's Nook, Storybook Treat, Cheshire Cafe, Be Our Guest Restaurant, Gaston's Tavern, and Prince Eric's Village Market. So a lot of good snacking and good dining options there too.
Absolutely. For characters, there's a lot here too. You've got the Princess Fairy Tale Hall, and you can meet Ariel at her grotto. So if you're on the hunt for character meets, this is a great place to do it.
And one thing I can say is, if you really want to meet Ariel, I don't know if it's offered with the new Lightning Lane. I should probably double check. But it was before. And if it's still offered, it is worth getting the Lightning Lane to meet her. Because sometimes that line can get 40, 50 minutes just to meet Ariel.
Yeah.
So if that's a priority and it's still on the Lightning Lane, you need to get that.
Well, and Princess Fairy Tale Hall can get somewhat long as well. But then you're meeting multiple characters.
Exactly. Yep.
Whereas this one for Ariel, she's the only one that you're going to meet.
Exactly. Yeah. You have quite a bit of shops there, too. You have Sir Mickey's, which is always great. 100 Acre Goods, which is the...
Nice.
which is the gift shop coming off of Winnie the Pooh. You have Fantasy Fair, and then you have Big Top Souvenirs as well.
Yeah. So over at Tomorrowland, there's several attractions that we have over there. And I really like Tomorrowland and Walt Disney World. You've got Tomorrowland Speedway, Tron Light Cycle Run, which is insane. Super great attraction. Space Mountain, Astro Orbiter, the People Mover, great place to nap. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, which, if you follow us...
You've got to get Galactic Hero.
You got to get a Galactic Hero.
You've got to do it.
They've got some good dining options. Cosmic Rays, which kind of has like this weird cult following.
For sure. Absolutely does.
So, yeah, Cosmic Rays, Starlight Cafe, Anti-Gravities, and Anti-Gravities, right?
Anti-Gravities, yeah.
Just saying it out loud. Cool Ship, Joffrey's, the Launching Pad, Tomorrowland Terrace, and that's where the dessert parties are.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. Entertainment, you have the Carousel of Progress and Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, which is always a great time.
I love Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor.
Yeah, it's always great.
It really is great.
And then you have Stitch that comes out every once in a while. There's the stage over there that he'll come out on the stage.
Yeah, and I feel like Stitch is out quite a bit too.
Yeah, for sure.
As far as shops go, you've got Tomorrowland Launch Depot, Star Traders. So with the addition of Tron, they put in a really cool shop there that doesn't just have Tron stuff, but it also is a great place to find Star Wars or Marvel products too.
Yeah. So that's fun facts about Magic Kingdom, an overview of the park. So let's talk about our ideal day, because I feel like in Magic Kingdom we kind of, similar to other parks, have a schedule that we stick to, essentially. So of course, we rope drop Magic Kingdom, and we've had a few different strategies over the past, and it really depends on what we've gotten, like Genie Plus or the Lightning Lanes for. But I feel like most of the time we rope drop Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That way we don't have to pay for the Lightning Lane.
Right, and I feel like that's a really easy one once you get into the park, if you go straight over there to the right of the castle, you enter in towards Tomorrowland, and then they'll turn you up, and you're just kind of hanging out there by Alice and the Mad Tea Party.
Yep.
It's just not a far walk to get to your destination, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Now, Dinglehopper, beware that sometimes Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is down at the start of the day. It happens quite a bit.
It does.
But it does allow you to pivot very easily and go over and do like Peter Pan, for example.
Yep. Yeah, so we've rope dropped Peter Pan, we've rope dropped Space Mountain before. However, I think something new that has happened very, very recently is Tron. They have now gotten rid of the virtual queue. So it's a standby or a lightning lane. So that's going to put in a new rope drop strategy, is do you rope drop Tron? Mm-hmm. So we have obviously never done that because that's just been in the last month or so. I think that they've made that a standby line. So we'll have to maybe try that out next time.
Yeah, and we'll see how that affects the crowd movement too.
Yes,
because not the entire park has rides that are open for rope drop. So it is worth checking to make sure that on the attraction list which one is open and which one is not.
Yeah.
Most of our day is really ride focused because there are a lot of really great rides.
Yep.
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, Tron. Now Tiana's being there. Pirates, Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder, Buzz Lightyear. Those are kind of our main staples, our focuses that we try and hit first and foremost.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't really have a strategy for the park, like what we hit first. Again, it really depends on our lightning lanes and the order that those go in. We try not to go back and forth if we can avoid it, but sometimes that's just, it is what it is. It just, you have to do it.
And we've talked about this in after hours events with, what was at the time Genie Plus, and now with lightning lanes. You just kind of have to take what's available and what's given to you, because some of these will sell out earlier in the day and they're just not available later on. So then you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm over in Frontierland, but Buzz Lightyear is available. We've just got to trek it over there and go.
Exactly. Yep.
As far as dining goes for us, we've talked about this in past episodes. It's hard. I mean, there are plenty of snacks. There's plenty of places that you can do mobile order. It's just like for dining, we struggle a little bit with this. We don't usually make a dining reservation here.
Correct, we don't, because we usually snack our way kind of through this park. Because, to your point, Magic Kingdom does have great snacks.
They do. And I also think, too, that because there are so many rides that we want to focus on, it's also hard to take an hour, hour and a half out of our day just to go sit and, have that dining experience. But for those of you who want to do it, I mean, Cinderella's Royal Table, we've heard amazing things about it.
We have.
And so, for those who want to try it, be our guest. Maybe that's definitely up your lane as far as culinary adventures. You should go do it, because these dining experiences are phenomenal. It's just for us, we don't usually do that.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, snacks, the spring rolls are a great option. The tropical serenade from Aloha Isle, we've talked about that. That's a staple on our list for Magic Kingdom. Kind of sort of LeFou's Brew. We
used to love LeFou's Brew.
I know. And now it's changed over the last couple months, so it's not like our favorite. Still good, but not our favorite. But you have that. You also have the warm cinnamon roll that can probably feed 4 people. It's a huge cinnamon roll. And then you also have Friar's Nook that has a lot of great snack options too.
And then for quick service, you've got Pecos Bill, Pinocchio Village House. Those are ones that we typically hit up. But again, we're pretty simple eaters. But that's just a really easy, quick go-to. And depending on which side of the park you're in, it makes so you don't have to have a long walk all the way across.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, again, it just kind of depends on how you want to attack it, but make a plan and say, are we going to be heavily ride focused? Are we going to do some dining experiences? The choice is up to you. Yo ho.
Yeah.
Yo ho. Yo
Well,
ho. Yo
and
ho.
the
Yo
other,
ho.
yeah, the other thing is character-wise, like there was a time and a place where we used to go and stand in line and meet characters. That's not so much us anymore because like we've met the characters, but that takes up a lot of time too.
It can. You could do a whole day almost just in character
Just
meets.
meeting characters. So that's why that's not usually on our ideal day, but if you've never been before, make sure that you leave time to meet characters.
Definitely.
Yeah. But then ending the night, you have to end the night, obviously, with Happily Ever After.
Have to do it.
Shockingly,
it's the only
we're
way.
plugging it again. If you can splurge the dessert party, pre-party or post-party, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We recommend doing it if you have the ability. It's great. You get a reserved area, desserts before or after the show, depending on which party you have. Pretty good options for desserts and food.
I think so. And make sure you leave yourself plenty of time for this.
Yes.
I know just due to not really understanding what it was and kind of being in a hurry from other things that we were doing, I think we could have spent more time at our dessert party, and I wish we had more time.
I agree. Yeah, I wish we would have spent a little bit more time. But yeah, it's worth it. It's great.
So, all of that said, is there anything that jumps out to you that people should know about Magic Kingdom? Like any quirks to it that may be a little unique? Like, for example, I mentioned the first time we went, I kept thinking, like, why are the queues so long? It does feel like Magic Kingdom is more spread out than Disneyland is.
I would agree with that. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is like similar to Disneyland, but like this is a kid park. You are going to see a lot of families. And with that, I always say like pack your patience because there's going to be crying kids. There's going to be kids running around. There are going to be parents who are upset because their kids are crying and running around. It's just, it's okay. It's okay to just be patient.
Right. No, well said. I think as well, like, give yourself plenty of time to just kind of wander and explore because there are a lot of little hidden extras as you go throughout the land. The level of detail and decor and other things really is phenomenal. Yeah. And I think as you get into it and kind of wander, there's just a lot of extra things that you can do during the day. And one thing that like jumps out to my mind is the Pirates experience over by Pirates of the Caribbean, where you can get a map and you can go on a little mini treasure hunt. So, like, again, there is a lot more than just the attractions or just the dining or other things. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. This is probably, of all the 4 parks in Disney World, the one that I would say and encourage you, do your preparation and research before you go.
Yes, absolutely. And this is the park, at least in my opinion, that when you're making your Lightning Lane multi-pass, I think this is the park that's probably the most important. Because you have Tron, because you have Tiana's, you have Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Big Thunder, Pirates. This is the park that you have the most rides. Absolutely. So when you're making those choices, just think strategically what your priorities are for that day.
Well said.
There you go.
But that's it. That's our overview of Magic Kingdom. And again, we're happy to celebrate their anniversary this week, which is super fun. And again, you can't go to Disney World and not go to Magic Kingdom.
I feel like when anybody asks, they're like, which park do we go to if we only have one day? The answer is Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, for sure.
You go to Magic Kingdom.
For sure.
Yeah. But that's it for this week's episode. Don't forget to rate our show on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to our podcast. Check out our Patreon page where we will be posting a PDF guide for our recommendations and our ideal day over there. Check out our t-shirt shop, Shop Threads of Imagination. And until next wonderful Wednesday, TTFN.